Once again out of the shotgun, handoff Hamlin, Robinson out front. Hamlin cuts it back inside. Jeremy Hamlin scores. Touchdown, Vicksburg. Handoff, second back through. Fooball football is on the turn, picked up by the Gators. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, penalty marker going down. Robert Prentice took it all the way back off the fumble. We got a pitch snap coming back. Lemons keeps up inside. Lemons into the secondary. Les Lemons 40, 35, 30, 20. 50. Carlos Williams coming up in the gap like he's going to blitz. Handoff second back through. Hit in the backfield by Carlos Williams.
Kicking the ball for the Gators, the senior Patrick Parker, as we said. He's teeing up now, getting set here at the Swamp Memorial Stadium. The Gators' home turf, you like to hear that for the first round of the playoffs. Last year it was on the road at West Point. We lost in the first round. So this is another team. Again, all these guys that are seniors remember that last year.
Oh, yeah, that's still in their heart.
They don't want to go out in the first round again. We're about to find out. Here's the kick to start the game. Patrick Parker's kick, a deep one. Number one, Banks will take it at the 5 to the 10, 15. He's got some room as he runs to the outside, the 20, 25, out of bounds, probably around the 27-yard line. Yeah, good return from number one.
Yeah, Banks showed a lot of speed and elusiveness, taking that ball from the 5 up to the, where is that, 35 now?
27. Just past the 25, 27-yard line, first down and 10.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say it's one of the better returns we've seen against us in the last few weeks. That's how dominant we've been. Here comes the offense led by the quarterback, number 18.
It's going to be Camden Dallas.
Camden Dallas in the shotgun formation. 2 running backs to his side, 2 receivers.
Twin tight end.
Throw is to the right side, complete for the short pass, and give him about 6 yards there. So their formation is going to be the shotgun, typically with 2 running backs on his side, you know, kind of weapons at his hip, and then 2 receivers, and they've got tight ends in there.
On the reception there was number 15, C.J. Dillon.
I'll tell you what, they got a good passing game. They said that coming in. And look at that quarterback. He can throw. Dallas, Camden Dallas, number 18. So 1 receiver right side, far right, 1 left, 2 running backs by his side, and Dallas is back to throw, and it's incomplete to his receiver, number 9. Number 4, I'm sorry, I think it is.
No, that was number 9, Ryan Thompson.
So third down and about, give it 3 yards on the clock. 34-yard lines where they'll spot the football. 11-12 to go first quarter. It's 0-0. Ponatatoc Warriors with the football. And so far, 2 plays, 2 passes.
Well, so far it seems like they're trying to just nickel and dime on us and see if they can get our corners to bite so they can eventually go over the top.
Look at this here, 5 wide receivers, 3 left side, 2 right side, the Texas Tech spread for Camden Dallas.
We're going to be man-to-man with no safety over top, so it's probably a
Carlos Williams jumps as he was about to go in to sack the quarterback.
That was probably a blitz package because we didn't have a safety back and everybody was man up.
You always see Williams a lot of times, though, going forward trying to get that blitz or trying to scare that quarterback. Well, this quarterback, he did the right thing. He hurried up and said hut and called him offside.
Yeah, he was trying to time the snap. And he's been doing it a lot this season, and sometimes he gets caught.
Well, and when you get an unknown team who's got a good quarterback, hard to time the snap, too.
Right.
News Talk 1490 WVBG. We are back. First down and 10. Ponatatoc Warriors just in time. Ball at the 39 for Camden Dallas. He's got 5 wide again, 3 left side. Same package. They just got the called the Gators offsides on. They don't call them offsides here. Pass deep. And it is overshot.
Slightly overthrew Randall Creighton, 5'9", 170-pound sophomore from Ponatatoc.
And let's say this too, not only was the pass overthrown, the Gators were there in coverage.
Yeah, they were there. He probably tried to drill it in there. He could have had a shot if he had laid a little more air up on it, because it seems like Creighton had a step on Vicksburg defensive back.
So far, not a run for Ponatatoc. All they've done is thrown the football. And that's interesting. We hadn't had a chance to play a team like that this year. Most teams just run it, even when it's not working. So I think it's going to make for a very interesting game.
Oh, wide open.
1 receiver to his right side is Camden Dallas. The rest are receivers. He's got a lot of them, and he looks to throw again. Blitz is on, and the sack is made.
It'll be number 56 for the Gators. Emmanuel Lofton.
Lofton is a senior, 5'10", 229. He's gained a little weight since then, but he's a good-sized guy and a great pass rusher. 3rd down, and now make it about 15 from the 31.
You're being generous with the 15. Looks like more like 18.
Oh,
yeah.
there we go. Okay. I was waiting for the scoreboard to put that up there. Harold Pickett, number 22, and number 25, Prentice, our safety, is going to get a workout tonight along with our corners, Raphael Harris and Malcolm Butler. But all are good, but they haven't really been tested with a team that throws over and over and over.
Now they're in the 5 wides, quarterback, lone man in the backfield.
Right now, Ponatatoc looking at 3rd and 18. It could be moved back after this flag. So you get the sack, then you get a penalty. That'll kill a drive quick.
That'll be a delay of game. It's probably going to make it a 3rd and 23 now.
3rd and 23, they're going to put it at the 26-yard line.
I look for the Gators to come with an all-out blitz right here, try to disrupt this play. They got a long way to go for a first down.
On the danger in that is their 3rd down now in 23, so you don't want to get burnt deep. But you see Prentice, he's already getting ready to play the first down marker, so to speak. This could mean field position, too. If they gain 12 yards, it's an easier punt for them.
Exactly.
4 receivers, 1 running back. Running back, they pitch to him, number 5, and he is stopped at the 31-yard line. They will not get the first down. They'll have to punt the football.
Oh, yeah, the quarterback pitched the ball off to Creighton. He tried to get, really just tried, like you said, Dayton, try to get a few more yards to punt the ball. They weren't trying to do anything too crucial right here. Hopefully we'll get the ball back in some pretty good field position.
And you think, well, they ran on 3rd and long, but when you have thrown every play of the game, it is a trick.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like they're passing a long situation. 4th down and 15. Ponatatoc will punt. Their punter will be standing at about the 19-yard line. Prentice will be back deep, and he is about the 28-yard line. He's, again, due to run one back. He's already had a couple called back on punt returns. But he's due to get one that counts.
And the quarterback, Camden Dallas, is the punter as well.
Prentice tries to grab it last second and fumbles,
like
but he will get back on it. Yeah. 24-yard line, but you don't want to make that turnover, that's for sure.
Will take over 1st and 10 from their own.
So here is the senior Les Lemons, his first game this year in the playoffs. He did get a playoff game last year against West Point. The senior looking to lead his offense. We'll see a lot of different formations, and we'll see a man in motion a lot at number 24, Antonio Norfolk. And Hamlin's always there beside him to go to at the running position. So we'll see what they do here on 1st down and 10. Start the game. Last game, first play of the game, the Gators took it 73 yards on a quarterback sneak from Les Lemons after a fake to Norfolk. Dominique Taylor in the slot, 2 receivers right side, 1 left. Hamlin beside Lemons. He's in shotgun. He takes it. It is a give to Lemons. It looked like he was going to fake it. Probably would have been better off had he faked it. Hamlin stopped for about a yard gain, and where Lemons was running was nothing but open field.
Yeah, it looked like probably a read option. Ponatatoc came out in a 3-4. They had both the linebackers down with like a inside 5. And they were really looking for the running back to get the ball that time. We have an injured man on the field.
Injured player on the field for the Gators. 2nd down and 9. That band you hear, the Vicksburg Prime. Gator band, a good band. Vicksburg Gators Network. It's News Talk 1490. We're back. 2nd down and 9 for the Gators. Lemons under center, and Hamlin is off the field now. At least we know for at least one play.
He might have tweaked his ankle, or is he grabbing at his knee?
Pitches to the new running back, number 25, Robert Prentice, and he is gone. 35, 40, 45. Why not put the fastest guy in there if your running back goes down? He's taking it to the house. Robert Prentice make that a 75-yard touchdown run.
Dynamic. I mean, Vicksburg is like that. Our run plays are like some other people's pass plays. We got guys that just take 50 yards, 60 yards. Starting running back gets knocked out. Bring the backup in, he runs for 50 yards. What can you say?
When your backup's a senior and he's the 2nd fastest guy on your team, not a bad backup.
Yeah.
Usually you like to have him on your defense, especially against the throwing team, but hey, when he can take it 75, why not? 8:41 to go, 6-0 Gators. Patrick Parker on the senior to kick the extra point. Big play, 75 again for Robert Prentice on the pitch from Les Lemons, the quarterback. Kick is up and it's good. It's over the bandstands and over the Tuba players.
They could have gotten that, but the nose tackle failed before he got to the kick.
makes the score in the swamp 7-0 Vicksburg Gators. 8:41 again on the clock to go here in the first quarter. Parker's kick. It's a booming kick, taken at about the 13-yard line. Banks takes it to the 20 and slips.
And
he not slipped. He would have got about 10
It would
yards.
have came back because of the block in the back against Ponatatoc.
Trying to see his jersey number. He saw him crinkled up.
Is that number 32?
32.
Xavier Evans, the big
He's the one that
linebacker.
did it, yeah. So it would have been all for naught anyway, but like you said, it would have been all for naught, but nonetheless, that guy's dangerous on returns. Because that block in the back didn't have to happen for him to take it.
Exactly, and that's what kills a coach right there, those type of plays.
Right.
Evans did not have to hit that guy in the back.
He didn't have to block the back for him to spring.
If the return man would not have slipped, that could have been a touchdown.
The block in the back not needed, but it will cost them as now they will go way back inside the 10. How about this? They're going to spot it at the 6-yard line for Ponatatoc.
And that's not good when you're running a shotgun offense and the back of your quarterback's heels are in the end zone.
Well, we've seen Callaway run a shotgun formation. They threw a lot, and it was early in the first quarter in which we picked one, took it to the house by number 38, Morris Lyons, the senior. So we don't mind them throwing right now, like you said, and they probably will be interesting to see if they do throw. They're in an I formation now all of a sudden with 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. 2 running backs behind the quarterback, Camden
We're going to
Dallas.
be bringing the heat this play.
Man in motion, though, is 22. He comes out to be like Dallas Clark style tight end.
Oh, no, he's gotten away.
Quarterback gets away, tries to get away again, nothing doing. He's going to be stopped at the 7. Actually, he's going to lose some yards.
We come out with the formation with no safety. I knew the heat's coming. The heat's coming.
They'll mark forward progress and make it at the where he was down at the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he maybe gained probably about 2 yards. He made something out of nothing really then because he could have been lost, had a loss back close to the goal line.
Backed up in their own goal line, the Ponatatoc Warriors 7-0 Gators with 7:58 to go, clock running in the first quarter. It's first round of the playoffs. Again, that I formation, 2 running backs for Ponatatoc. Nobody in motion this time. Give the running back. He slips a little bit down at about the 11.
Randall Creighton, Ponatatoc. Their skill position guys are having a little trouble with the footing out there on the field so far. That's why you call it the swamp.
Second slip.
Right.
Yeah, they got bogged down in the swamp, is that what you're saying? 3rd down and 8 for Ponatatoc. But the ball at the 11, their own 11, so Gators got them deep. If they stop them here, it's long punt. So this is a big 3rd down.
A big 3rd down right here.
And interesting again, under center is the quarterback as he's been this whole drive with the I formation. Fake, roll out, bootleg, right side, he throws the ball, it's complete. First down, Ponatatoc Warriors. Good smart play by the quarterback, Camden Dallas, and a good catch by the receiver.
Yeah, on the receptions, number 22, Blake Littlejohn.
Littlejohn makes the reception. Prentice made the stop. It'll be first down and 10.
Well, Dalen, Ponatoc's quarterback showed a lot of poise to complete that pass right there. He was under duress in his end zone as well.
Still, they're going with that I formation, 2 receivers. It's working right now, I guess. They're going to run the football. Number 5 doesn't slip to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Oh, no.
It's a track meet. And he's down to 20, 15, 10. Malcolm Butler's going to catch him inside the goal line. The fastest guy on the team does catch him, but it's at the 2. First and goal, Ponatatoc. Number 5, he didn't slip, but he broke one.
He broke one, and to tell you the truth, it wasn't for number 7 there. He showed a lot of heart to stop him right there on the goal line because he had a track meet to catch him. That's a 100-yard dash right there. But
Butler, again, he's the fastest guy on your team, so if anybody's going to catch him, it's him. But still, this is bad news for the Gators. A big play for Ponatatoc. It's good news for the visitors. Because they were bogged down in their own goal line. Remember, this drive started at about the 6-yard line. And now they're sitting at the 2. And now they're going to their shot. Nope. They're going to go to a full house backfield. 3 running backs, 2 fullbacks.
Quarterback sneak.
Keeper. Touchdown, Ponatatoc. Put 6 on the board. Camden Dallas, the touchdown. With 6:20 to go first quarter. Extra point goes through.
Man,
we can have a tie game.
What a change of events. One play. We had our big play. They had their big play. And now we're right back, knotted up 7-7 apiece.
I tell you what, this could be a night of big plays, which will make for an enjoyable game for the fans. But we've been too cozy with doing the big plays ourselves.
Well,
This is the playoffs, though.
Ponatotoc's coaching staff made a quick adjustment. They started out with the shotgun and really could not move the ball very well. They got in that I formation. And
Bounds will kick it. Extra point is good, 7-7. We've got a tie game here in the swamp with 6:20 to go first quarter. And Bounds is about to kick it to number 7, Malcolm Butler, back deep, or 25, Robert Prentice. Chances are may not kick it to those two, but we'll see. We don't know. He could be the type that kicks it out of the end zone. We've never seen this team play before.
right.
Bounds kick. Pooch kick, almost an onside-er.
Oh.
And it is, then looks like Ponatatoc may have got back on it. We'll see. They had a man who had it and almost picked and took it to the end zone, and that's what made me think they were going to get on it. The Gators do get on the ball.
Yeah, that was recovered by number 17 of Vicksburg.
So number 17, the Gators making the big play, Marcus Allen,
Marcus Allen.
the senior.
That little pooch kick was very dangerous there. They almost got it. Yeah.
Number 17 for their team liked to took it to the house with him. He just, bad thing is he ran, he just didn't have the ball in his hand. If he had the ball in his hand, Ponatatoc would be up 13-7 right now. So that push kick ended up being very dangerous, but in the end it gives Gators
Vicksburg
great.
with a little trickeration here.
On the 38-yard line, it's Lemons by himself. All the line is moved to the left side. He's going to keep it himself. 50, 45, down to the 42-yard line of Ponatatoc. Okay, what happened there is kind of hard to explain, and at the moment we've seen the Gators do it before. The line lined up on the left hash mark, but the center and Lemons and a receiver, number 8, all lined up on the right hash mark.
So what they were doing was trying to get the defense to go over with the line and to snap the ball to Lemons. If the defense goes with the line, Lemons will run it himself.
Right.
The defense comes over to where Lemons in the center is, he throw it to the running back.
We've seen them do that formation at least only twice this year, but they have worked on it. 5:47 to go first quarter. The trick play helps though, and they're set up on Ponatoc's side of the field. Norford in motion, he gets it, and he gets about a yard and a half to the 39. It depends on where the spot is. It'll be second about 8. Put the ball on the 41, second 8. Both bands fired up, both teams fired up, crowds, they need to get fired up. We're not hearing much from the crowds. This has been a good game. We need a steady
There's no jarring going back and forth amongst the teams out there on the field. Both of them are fired up.
3 receivers and a tight end in motion gains, and it looks like that may be an illegal motion, or did somebody call a timeout? Timeout by the Gators. We're still in the first quarter too, aren't we, Sasha?
That's right.
5:02 to go first quarter. We'll stay here since again we're still in the first quarter of this football game at 7-7. And I think a lot of that has to do with Ponatatoc being. They started the game with nothing but passes, and passes tend to stop the clock a little bit more than when you run the football. And we've seen timeouts taken a lot of them. Matter of fact, only one timeout remains now, and that's for the home team, the Gators. As far as the scoreboard goes, that may be wrong, but I know there's been a lot of stoppage of play. We had it for the injury of Hamlin. Is Hamlin back out there is a question that I forgot to ask myself before we started this drive.
Yeah, I really can't
Prentice
see him now.
came in and he ran 75 yards. All right, 2 receivers and a tight end on the right side. Tight end in motion gains. He'll line up on the left side at tight end. Quarterback keeper Lemons, and he's got about 3 yards down to the 37.
We had a flag on the play.
The new running back was number 27, Charles Brown. You'll see him run the ball. We've seen him run the ball a lot when the Gators have been up big, and he's a good running back, a junior. He is 5'7", 190, so he's a good-sized back, like Hamlin. He's really like, next year's Hamlin, so to speak.
Let's see who the referees marked this flag off on.
Looks like it's going to be against the Gators as they back themselves up a little bit in the huddle. We'll see. Stevens kind of looking down, so that's a good sign.
It looks like a personal foul against Vicksburg.
Oh, no, that's not what you need right now when it was second down and about 8.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. That's usually what you get when the flag comes after the play is over with. I see Hamlin walking on the sideline. He has his right ankle taped heavily. He's sitting down on the bench. Doesn't seem like he's going to be coming back in anytime soon.
Yeah, if we see him again, it may be fourth quarter, third quarter. You never know. Of course, after half, he may come in. You never know with a player, though. He's a senior, and this is a big game.
Right.
We We don't want him to play if he's hurt, though. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Lemons at quarterback. Beside him looks like Charles Brown again in motion is Norford. Keeper for Lemons. He's going to throw it, though, to number 10, Beecham. Complete, a safe completion across the 50 back to the 47. Remember that 15-yard penalty hurt him, so they're trying to get that yardage back.
And Les Lemons got that ball off right in time because number 2, Zach Stovall, was coming on a cornerback blitz and just drilled him right before he released the ball.
It was 4th down, though, on that. It's now 4th down. It was 3rd down on that play, so the Gators will have to punt with Patrick Parker standing at the 40, so he's good at kicking it inside the 20, and we'll see if he can do another one here.
And back to return for the Ponatatoc Warriors is number 22, Blake Littlejohn.
His average.
Oh, no, the punt
bad
over his
snap.
head.
Parker's going to have to get it and just do what he can with it. He eludes a couple guys and gets the punt off.
Oh!
It will go out of bounds,
Well,
but hey, at least he kicked the ball. I mean, give the guy credit.
Exactly.
He ran and he did what he's supposed to do. A punter's not supposed to run.
It was almost a disaster, total disaster right there.
It ended up being a disaster anyway, but not as bad as it had
Not
been.
as bad, yeah.
Because Parker, as little as he is, give him credit, the guy's got heart like you wouldn't believe. He wasn't going to run very much further than he kicked. No. So at least he got it off. As we were talking about earlier, though, he can run and kick it, and it would pay off.
We have had problems with our long snapping game ever since last year. We had problems with snapping the ball over the quarterback and over the punter.
Been better about the quarterback, but not the punter, because as we had spoke about last week, Parker was having to catch a lot of them in the air.
Right.
You got to figure if he could get one snap to him perfectly all the time, would he be averaging 50?
Exactly.
You know. And it's going to be I formation. We never know what to expect with Ponatatoc because they've done that plus the spread. Camden Dallas to that.
Oh,
to number 5.
Creighton
Fumbles recovered by the Gators, but there's a flag down. We're going to have to see what that is. It looked like number 56, Emmanuel Lofton, got on the football. He did. But is it for not? We'll find out. Man, you got to hope this ain't against the Gators again. Because penalties have hurt the Gators already in this game.
I'm thinking it's going to be a hold against Ponatatoc. Hold against the Gators.
It's declined, not to the delight of the fans, I can assure you that. Gators keep the football,
Gators ball. It had to be a hold. The referee probably motioned the wrong side. It had to be a hold against Ponatatoc that was declined.
Right.
Against Warriors.
Against the Warriors. He just pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
He did point towards the Gators. And at first it was like, oh no. And a crowd that was going, boo, is now going cheer.
I thought it was going to be a hold because usually when the referees throw the flag while the play still is going on, it's probably going to be a hold a lot of times.
Right. Especially when it's thrown in that area.
Yeah.
3:48 to go first quarter. It's a shootout, 7-7.
We dodged a bullet from that punt. We dodged that bullet.
Trips right side, and that's where the toss is going to be to the running back, number 7, Malcolm Butler. Also our
flag down again.
He fumbles it, but it's late, and he's going to be down in about the 36. And as you said, flag on the play.
Dalen, we're seeing a lot of cloth out here tonight.
Well, in a playoff game, you hate to see the referees take over the spotlight. But in the swamp, we're used to seeing.
It's like it's going to be a hold against Vicksburg. No? That's
personal foul.
Personal foul.
I'm going to tell you one thing. We're used to seeing zebras in the swamp. I'll tell you that. The zebra's going to back us up now another time, so we'll see what we do here. They may force us into being a throwing team eventually with all these personal foul penalties. That's 2 against the Gators. Now, you can't sit here from the angle we're at with 2 personal fouls and say the referees are to blame, because they're not. Personal fouls are always something a player has done.
This is the first round of playoffs. Everybody's fired up, so they're going at each other between the plays, after the plays, and the referees just trying to let them know
what the call was. Maybe a guy hit a guy late. So I'm not blaming the referees for the call. All I was saying is it becomes a game where you talk more about referees than you do about players, and you don't like that on either side.
Yeah.
But for the Gators, they've got to stop the personal fouls, because that penalty will kill you worse than any penalty that exists.
Yeah, so we're first in about a mile right now.
First, and the scoreboard now figured it out, 25 from our 44. That's going to negate what was a great play by number 7, Butler.
Yeah.
2 receivers left side, 1 right side. Lemons in shotgun formation. Going to say Hamlin beside him, but it's not. It's Charles Brown, the junior. Hamlin is on the bench with a hurt ankle right now. The senior fullback. In motion's Norford. Questions, will he get it? He doesn't. Lemons rolls back, throws.
Oh!
Man over the middle, but he misses him. It's 25 Prentice, and it was going to be to the house if he puts it in his hands.
And Prentice had number 1, Trevon Banks from Ponatatoc beat for a slight second, as well as on the coverage was Blake Littlejohn, and linebacker. But if Les could have just put a little bit more touch up on that ball, let him run up under it, he could have had a shot.
As As I said earlier, this game's already been a shootout, but it's just 7-7, but it feels that way.
Yeah, it just has the atmosphere of a shootout. Right?
Really, lately it's been teams shooting themselves in the foot. Ponatatoc did it with penalties, and Vicksburg's doing it. And actually, Ponatatoc did it with a fumble. That gave the Gators the lot of this football right now. You get a turnover, you got to take advantage.
You got a trap inside.
Everybody was lined up, receivers on the left side, and they went up the middle.
Snuffed out. Number 32 for Ponatatoc is Xavier Edwards. Little John, number 22, and 92 for Ponatatoc. Kelsey Traylor all in on that play there.
And Norfolk lined up where Hamlin normally is, beside the quarterback. I noticed that after the play was over, as the play was ending. See, he's not doing it now. He's going to go out. Malcolm Butler will be our running back, the most dangerous player on our team. 3rd down and 25. Speed-wise, 3 receivers, trips left side. Gators on the right hash mark. There'll be a pitch to Butler. Butler's dancing with the ball. Look at face mask. That's a huge face mask, and a very dangerous one at about the 44. 1st down and 10 Gators, and that's the face mask you don't want to see because a player can get hurt on one like that.
Yeah.
Butler, I'm telling you, man, that guy's fast, because if it hadn't been for that face mask, I'm thinking he might have got that 1st down on 3rd and 25.
Yeah, but even if he didn't get that's going to definitely keep this drive alive for Vicksburg, because we're going from looking at 4th down and probably 10 to 1st down.
If I've ever heard of a 15-yard face mask, that's it. Because we saw his head jerk when he was...
we saw it up here in the booth when we were on the other side of the field.
On top of the press box. So that play, you go personal foul by the Gators, hurt them after the turnover. But this penalty negates all that and gives them more yards. Now they've got the ball at the 30-yard line, 31, 1st down and 10 with 2:36 still to go in the 1st quarter. Clock is stopped. This is going to be a long 1st quarter, but this has been an exciting football game.
And Ponatatoc can't afford to give Vicksburg a short field like this.
Beecham right side, 2 receivers left side. Charles Brown, I believe, is beside, right behind Lemons as a running back. No, it's actually Prentice, and Prentice gets it on the pitch. And he tries to make the cut, can't do it. He's going to lose about 6 yards.
Yeah,
and Prentice is a guy, he likes to he likes to dance and then take it the distance.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Ponatoc's defense, I have to say. Their entire linebacking core stayed with the pitch relationship on the running back, and they were waiting for him when he pitched the ball.
2nd and 13, put the ball on the 34. You're right, and the Gators, it just on offense, ever since Hamlin went down, it just looks like they've been scrambling to find what to do. But, thanks to that penalty, they now have a chance still to score here. 2 on the right side, nobody on the left side, just tight end. So the receivers are all on the right side, 3 of them. And Lemons is looking to roll right side, looking for an open man. Can't find anybody, throws it away. Probably a smart thing to do there. 3rd down, and make it 13.
Yeah, he really didn't have much. He had 24 Hamlin. Was it Hamlin 24?
Right. No, yeah. 24 Norfolk.
Oh, Norfolk. Yeah, Hamlin's injured. He had Norfolk for a split second. He might have thrown it over top, but everyone else is covered.
And so far tonight, let's face it and say the truth, Lemons has not been all that accurate. And with a quarterback, and he's just in high school, so we're not talking about pros here. They're entitled to make mistakes. They're just kids, But tonight, Hamlin's been off the mark on most of his passes.
They really haven't attempted many passing plays
lately in the last 3 games because they've been running so much, right? Lemons is dangerous on his feet too, though. He's going to roll right side. It's like he's going to keep it himself here. He decides to do that. Remember, this is a guy who took it 73 last week. He takes it down to the 19. He may have the 1st down. He does. Yeah. Making a 14-yard gain. 1st down and 10. Gators inside the 20. Put it in the red zone on the 20.
And let's just use his athletic ability then. He rolled out, he looked downfield for a second, and then he decided to just take off with it.
I think that time throwing the ball wasn't even an option.
That was a 3rd and long right there. He converted the 1st down.
When you got a quarterback that can go the distance on every play, you tend to, sometimes maybe you shouldn't throw it, just run it.
That's the one thing.
But throwing it makes it ain't for him able to do that.
Les likes to run it a little bit more than he likes to pass out there.
But by passing the ball, it sets up his ability to run.
Right.
Norfolk in motion, he keeps it himself, Lemons, and again, he's making some headroom down to the 14, and for a guy that's 5'9", Les Lemons, 177 pounds, he don't run any way but downfield.
Yeah, he's a tough runner. He's tough and elusive.
He makes the move when he needs to, but mostly he's really a downhill runner. Usually,
guy
his
get
size,
something over to this wide side of the field right here.
Right, they're on the right side, right hash, so they've got the left side all to themselves. With the kind of speed they have, you know, that's where you take advantage.
That's what I thought.
When you have those.
We got our receivers on his right side.
Right.
They're gonna try to get either Lemons or number 27 and his tailback on the pitch left.
Go weak side. You think maybe 2nd down and 4. 15-yard line. In the red zone of the Gators.
Yeah.
Lemons keeps it and through the pile. He comes out alive. First down.
Yeah.
Option keeper to the 9. So when they did kind of go left, but more up the middle.
Yeah. It was an option. It was an option. He was really trying to they're trying to attack their wide side of the field and just bunch everybody over in the short.
Right. Make them think we're going weak side, but really taking up the middle. Lemons doing a tremendous job of that part of the game. Again, the optioning, deciding when to keep, when to throw. And you know, that last pass play he did attempt, the smartest thing he could have done was thrown that out of bounds.
Well, the thing about it, this is the playoffs, and I'm thinking that Vicksburg is trying to cut it kind of close this game. They don't want to give a quarterback a chance to make a mistake. They want to let him win it with his feet, which are very reliable.
First quarter finally comes to an end. It's 7-7 Vicksburg Gators. Ponatatoc Warriors. We'll be back in 60 seconds on News Talk 1490. Back at Swamp. Play up the middle to start the second quarter. It's 2:27 Charles Brown. Charles Brown might have about 3 on that, but it'll be 2nd and goal for the Gators at the 8. Les Lemons come back out here in the second quarter with 11:42 to go. Long first quarter, we saw a lot of action. 2 touchdowns, a 75-yard run from Prentice, a long run from Randall Creighton that set up a 2-yard quarterback sneak for Ponatatoc. So other than that, it's been a lot of penalties and mistakes.
We're coming out with a wishbone formation. We don't do that too much often.
The wishbone and Lemons fakes. Looks like he's going to go out to pass side to keep it himself.
It looked like that might have been a busted play because it seemed like Les was expecting to see his tight end out in the flats somewhere, but no one went out for the pass.
Busted play actually was not a bad one, though. He got 4 yards inside the 5. I'd say mark it at the 5, 3rd down and goal from the 5. If the Gators hear the question, you know, with 5 yards to go, do you try to run and hope you get 3 or 4 and then go for it on 4?
Well, we got reliable kickers. I think you're going to get your points if it's a 4th down.
Les Lemons, is he going to get their flag? He would have maybe got down to the 2. Actually, Forward Progress is going to mark him at about the 1.5-yard line, but it may be on the back. Usually when the flag's thrown where it's at, it's against the Gators, yeah. Let's see what it was. I think it was, again, with 10:37 to go second quarter, and again, it's the referees who we're talking about. Not the players. Backing the Gators up, good. That must have been holding. It's going to put them on about the 14-yard line and call it the 15. Just inside the 15, 3rd down and goal. They will get to do the 3rd down again. That's the only good news on that end. But really, it's a bad penalty anytime you commit a penalty, but that's one that where you're 3rd down and 15 rather than being 4th down and having to kick. At least you get a chance to throw the end zone this time, maybe. Lemons may do that. He rolls left side, looking for man open, and throws in the end zone. Norfolk over the head of him. A few defenders there.
Yeah, the ball was outstretched from no one could get a touch of hand on the ball there. It was going for our number 10, Rodney Beecham, actually. That's what I thought he was going to try to hit the corner, but somehow both of our receivers were in the same area.
Him and Norfolk both.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing right there.
Either way, it was overshot. And now it's going to be a long one from Patrick Parker. Make it about, I'm going to say, 31 yards. Yep. 31-yard kick for the senior, Patrick Parker. Huge kick because it's a 7-7 game. First round of the playoffs, 10:21 to go in the half. The kick is up. The kick is good. Put the Gators up 10-7 with 10:15 to go in the first half. Parker will kick it from the 40. It's a long drive. After that field goal, he's pumped.
Oh, yeah,
he's
he was
roll on the
pumped
back
up
of the end
behind
zone almost, but it will be touchback. Parker's got a strong leg, and again, we saw him earlier on that when he had that punt on the bad snap. He had to run around on the sideline, about to get tackled when he kicked the ball. It might have went 8 yards, but he wasn't going to run much further than 8, so he did the smartest thing. We ended up getting the football back and putting 3 points on the board. So here we go. Camden, Dallas, and this Ponatatoc offense is back on the field. Will they be in spread? Will they be in I formation? We have no idea. Sometimes he's not even in shotgun. Now he's not.
Yeah, they'll probably come back out and do what worked for him at first.
The I formation they play better out of, but the flag is up already, so that usually tends to be offense. Probably, I don't think delay a game maybe, but usually when it's thrown that quick, it usually goes against the offense.
Looks like we're backing up.
Why? He touched his heart through his hand up. I'm trying to remember what that meant. I don't think we had too many men on the field because the play wasn't even snapped yet. You know what I'm saying? And nobody ran off the field. Trying to listen to the announcer. He didn't even say first down and 5. Man in motion 22.
It might have been a ghost call.
Camden, Dallas throws it down the field.
Oh,
tipped off the Gators' fingertips, and then it rolls off the fingertips of 52 at the end.
The pass was intended for Xavier Evans, but we almost came away with an interception right there.
Couldn't get the guy who tipped it the first time at Jarvis Holmes. It almost fell into his hands there at the end. It'll be second down and 5.
Flag on the play again. There's a lot of flags in this game.
A lot of flags so far. As I've said, this is a game that's been more about the referees than the plays.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to let the guys play, you know. I'm not saying one way or another.
Illegal motion. I bet you it was called on 22. But, what he did, was it illegal? Because they were on a really advanced offense. Or is it the referee thinks it's illegal because he hasn't seen it much? You don't know because, it was actually called against Ponatatoc there. So, yeah, number 5, he's got a corner. 30, 35, down to 36. That's Creighton.
And Harold Pickett would drag him down. We got a flag on the play again.
Lost 31-yard line. The video guy said it right for the Gators. I can't remember his name, but he's a good guy. He said same play they ran. They ran it long. And
the only success they're having is that Randall Creighton, they're giving him all tackle, and he's going with it.
The flag may be tacked on for face mask. Yeah, that's what I was thinking it might be against the Gators. 9:59 to go here in the first half. 10-7 Gators, but a penalty will now put Ponatatoc on the Gators side of the field. They're going to mark it at the 49.
And the penalties are just killing both teams, really, because we're having a flag almost every other play, if not every play.
It's flag fest tonight. There have been more flags than plays, maybe. I don't even know. It's possible.
Seems like that.
It does. The fake and the rollout. Camden, Dallas, left side. He's looking for a man, and he throws it short to where only one man can get it, number 22, but it's going to fall short.
Patrick Neal from Vicksburg came in on the blitz, and he didn't break down. He was running full speed, and then he just ran right past the quarterback, Ponatatoc, Lawrence Rakeshaw. Excuse me, not Rakeshaw.
Who, number 22?
Quarterback.
Oh, the quarterback, number 18, Camden Dallas.
Yeah, Camden Dallas. I don't know where I got Rakeshaw from.
I'm going to tell you what, number 22, Little John, you know who he reminds me of? Dallas Clark from the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
He really does. I keep seeing it, I'm like, this guy reminds me of somebody. It's Dallas Clark because he'll go in as a fullback, sometimes he's a tight end, he'll go in motion.
And he returns punts as well.
He's reliable.
Flag again.
Just heard a clap from the Ponatatoc coaches over here, so that means it's probably going to be against the Gators. And another flag, another play. That's been the theme tonight. 9:39 to go in the half. This is incredible. Second down and 5. I would say somewhere in the neighborhood, we're definitely in double digits in flags, probably of 12 flags in the first half. I want the stats.
And we still have over 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
And the thing is, who's winning the flag contest? Who's had more thrown against them? It's almost hard to tell. I think we have by a couple, but not many. Both teams have been flagged to death. There's another one. This is crazy.
It's almost getting hard to watch, man.
It is. Second down and 5. It's going to be against Ponatatoc this time, but I don't care who it's against. I'm getting tired of the flag. Second down and 10. False start. That's what it was. I mean, that's when they're going to get y'all. I'll tell you this, though. You always know your opponent's a mystery when it's a team you've never played. the Ponatatoc Warriors have come up here. They've shown, and of course we haven't been able to watch the game in full speed because of all the flags from either team, because we'd be watching a shootout, it looks like right now. But I'm going to tell you what, they run a very, very technical offense.
Well,
for
actually,
a
these flags seem to be slowing, is what really slowing the scoring down.
Creighton up the middle for about 4.
Yeah,
Third down and 6.
That's that same little off tackle they hitting Creighton with, and we finally stopped them. We got 4 yards.
You got to do it.
Yeah, usually getting 10, 15, 20 yards off of it.
You got to do what works for you. 9:19 to go in the half. 10-7 Gators lead, trying to hold that lead. This is a third down from the 46 inside Gator territory, maybe 4-down territory.
Dalen, I'm going to tell you a name we haven't heard so far a lot tonight on defense.
Carlos Williams.
That's Carlos Williams. We've not been calling his name a lot.
2 receivers, 1 on each side, 2 running backs, I formation. Under center is Camden Dallas. He's been showing some shotgun. He's going to call a timeout, I believe, right before the snap of that. You know, number 18 is also the number of Peyton Manning, and we talked about the Dallas Clark thing with 22. Maybe there's a connection there. Timeout on the field. We'll take 30 seconds to hear from our sponsors on News Talk 1490, home for the Gators. Back at the Swamp, 8:56 to go, first half. It's 10-7 Gators trying to hold that lead again. As we said, it's third down and 6. Ponatatoc, they're on the Gators 46. Dare we say 4-down territory? Maybe if they get a few yards. I don't think they go for it on 4th and 6, but we'll see.
I don't think so.
Camden Dallas, a.k.a. Peyton Manning, quarterback. 3 receivers right side. He's going back to the shotgun, 1 left side. It was all throws early in the game. Now they're starting to run the ball, and there's Camden Dallas for about 4 or 5. Now it is probably go for 4th down.
Yeah, he's going to be about 2 yards short. A long 2.
I'd go here. And you know what I'd do?
I would too.
I'd throw
for
deep.
2, yeah.
I'd actually throw deep. I wouldn't even throw for those 2 yards. I'd throw it deep, because if they intercept it, it's just like a punt. But then again, you don't want the Gators punt returning.
I would try to hit the fullback 22 Little John out in the flats or something for 2.
Either that or Dallas. You know, he did run that touchdown in from 2, and he just ran one for about 4.
Don't be surprised when number 5 don't get his ball off tackle like they've been doing.
He's under center, but he's got 4 receivers. He calls a timeout. 1 running back. Timeout taken against Ponatatoc. Again, will stay here this time. They have used up their timeouts, I believe, in this first half. Gators have maybe 1 left with that. 8:14 to go here in the first half. 10-7, Vicksburg Gators lead first round of the playoffs. We'll find out tonight who plays who, because Cleveland's playing New Hope, and they're waiting the winner of this game to meet in the second round. Gators got bounced in the first round when they went on the road against West Point last year. Those juniors, now seniors, all near about 30 of them. They don't want to be bounced in the first round here, but I'm going to tell you what. We couldn't have got a tougher opponent in the first round to be a 2.
Yeah.
Anytime you're talking about 2-3 seed, though, and you know about the seeds from college basketball mainly, you know, more than you do football, because unfortunately college football doesn't get the seeding thing, but the pros do. 2-3, there's not much difference.
Yeah,
they may be 5-5, but
be more evenly matched than like those first seeds going against the 4th seed.
You look at it and you go, well, they're 5-5. They've lost 2 in a row. They lost the 9-1 team by 2 points last week, and they run an offense that you're just not used to seeing week in and week out in high school football.
Yeah, they run an offense where they haven't been running.
They have 5 or 6 formations at least.
They're in the I formation now, but they came out in the shotgun similar to us.
Right.
But they're going with working for them.
Sometimes it's spreading the running back.
Oh,
it's going to be Creighton. He stopped. So Creighton, the guy who's made all the big runs, will not make a big one there for the Warriors, and it's Gators football on the turnover.
Well, Dallas seen a turnaround. He slipped up or something, and he mishanded the ball off cleanly to the tailback from Ponatatoc, and that gave Vicksburg enough time to get back there and stop him before he gets the first down.
Tackles made by Carlos Williams. There you go. Well, when you needed him most.
Yeah, I know I had to call his name out for him to do something.
With a few other guys behind him. But I'm going to tell you a name we have caught a lot on the Gators defense, Emmanuel Lofton. He's played tough tonight. Gators will be on offense now with the quarterback, senior.
That's when you look for your seniors to step up right there on 4th down. That's when Williams stepped up and made the stop.
10-7 lead as the offense comes back on the field, 41-yard line. Their own 41. Lemons fumbles the snap, but he gets a hand on it. Looks downfield, throws the ball. It is there to Rodney Beecham. He's got it he's going to step out at the 28-yard line. they're going to rule he did not catch that ball. If we had instant replay, I'm sorry for the Ponatatoc coaches next to us, but that was instant replay. That was a catch.
Yeah, that was a catch. He stepped out right after he caught it. But that was a bad call.
We're being broadcast on TV, so TV people replay this one because I want to see that again because I believe he caught that football.
Yeah, I want a challenge on that.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10. I mean, if you're going to throw 30 penalties a game, might as well have a challenge, right? Man, that negated an awesome throw, right on target. You know, Lemons, we had talked about his inaccuracy, but there he was perfect, man.
And had pressure. He was staring down the gun barrel right there.
Well, you can't cry about spilled milk. You got to keep going. 2nd down and 10. Gators try trick play, and one man pitches it to Malcolm Butler, who pitches it back to Prentice. Prentice makes a move.
We're gonna have
across the 50. It's going to be a hold. That really had nothing to do with the play, but it's flag fest tonight. So let's throw another one, make it about 20 on the night, and I'm not exaggerating.
It seems like the referees are just trying to run a tryout for who's going to referee the state game or something. I don't know.
Pitiful, pitiful call on that catch. That's all I got to say. And the reason I say that is because you negate a senior in Les Lemons and a senior in Rodney Beecham who made a big play for their team in a big game, and to take that away from them is really, it hurts, you know.
And we were trying to get a little bit of that momentum back on this last play until we got a hold over on the far side of the field now, you know, but it is what it is.
Need is to replay, the fans said. So they're thinking like I was a minute ago. 3rd down. We actually heard the fans conference replay. They had 34-yard line. Again, you can't cry about spilled milk. You can't just sit and go, well, we're being flagged. Let's just give up. You got to keep playing and keep thrusting and try to make something happen. And give credit, that was a huge trick play. It was 3 different pitches on that play before Prentice ended up with it. That's why I couldn't call the play, because I didn't know what to call. I didn't know what I was seeing. It moved so fast. Lemons in clear out throw mode here, but he's going to be sacked and dropped as his pocket collapsed. Flag, maybe it's roughing the passer. Maybe we can get one here. Maybe we can get a roughing the passer here. I don't know. It surely can't be holding when half their team was on top of our quarterback.
Yeah, I saw number 92, Kelsey Traylor.
I don't know, the punter's coming out, it looks like.
Xavier Evans and a couple of other
face mask against Ponatatoc, but will it be the 5-yard variety or the 15 that gives us the 1st down? With all that, you couldn't tell the face mask up here, of course, because there was just a crowd of people on Lemons, and he's only 5'9", little bitty guy. He's tough, there ain't no doubt about it. Because he was underneath a bunch of 250, 280s.
Yeah.
And he comes out like, you know, nothing happened. Going to be trips to the left side, it looks like, for the Gators. A little bit of confusion, or maybe a little talk between Beecham and Norfolk there. Lemons better watch the clock here. 7:28 to go in the first half. It's 10-7. Gators lead. Actually, the referee, it looks like, and maybe one of the Gators players are talking. I'm not sure what's going on there. But if you're jarring with the referee, you might not want to do that. I'm not saying he did that. We don't know. But
we're ready.
Something was definitely going on. 3 receivers on the left side. Dominique Taylor in the slot. Lemons rolls out. He's going to keep it this time. 30, 35. He takes it to 40, 45, 50. Across the 44-yard line into Ponatatoc territory. 1st down.
And I forgot the guy's number, but there's a guy for Ponatatoc that got laid out by number 24, Antonio Norfolk.
I think it was 32 there. He's the last one walking to the... I don't know who it was, but
whoever it was got laid out.
Right there.
The tackle for Ponatatoc is number 5, Clayton, but not before a Gator 1st and 10.
1st down and 10 Gators, put them at the 46-yard line. 3 receivers, trips right side. Taylor's in the slot. They do have tight end. Lemons with Charles Brown beside him, I believe, this time. It is Charles Brown, the junior, makes a good block. Lemons throws, almost picked as it went out of the hands of number 1, Taylor. On the almost pick was number 9.
yeah. Number 9, Ryan Thompson.
One of the guys that returns for them. 2nd down and 10 for the Gators now. So good thing is we get to keep the ball, 45-yard line in Ponatatoc territory. 2nd and 10 for the Gators. We'll see what they pull out here. They pulled a lot of tricks tonight.
Oh, we're laying on the line tonight, and the score is still 10-7. We run a lot of plays in the first half, and there's still a lot of time left in the second quarter.
7:02 to go in the first half. And if you're wondering why it's taking so long, it's simple. Referees calling penalties do hold up game time. Lemons pitches. 27, Charles Brown, the junior, makes a cut. He's got some toughness across the 35, 30, 25, down to the 22-yard line. Charles Brown is nothing but tough, man. At 5'9"?
5'7", 190.
190, that's the size of a fullback. That's the position he plays.
Well, they were actually running an option right.
Yeah.
But Brown took the pitch and he got pitched the ball probably about 5 yards there. But the rest of the yards he made in that play was all him. He cut back across the grain and picked up, what, 20, 25 more yards?
Put it on the 23-yard line. He got about at least 17 on this play, I'd say.
Yeah.
But the thing about, you look at when you see Brown, you're seeing the future running back for the Gators. He's just a junior. Now you're seeing him thrust into the spotlight, and what does he do? He makes a big play. In motion, Robert Prentice. That's a dangerous guy. He gets the ball, can't make the cut, though. He's going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
And on the tackle was C.J. Dillard.
Second and about 11. Put the ball on the 25, 24. 6:18 clock is allowed to run right now. I just looked around and realized, did I forget
the thing about this day when the score's 10-7, but we really want to score some more points before the halftime.
Right.
We want to keep it close at half, not by field goal.
Robert Prentice in motion. Lemons keeps. He's going around right side. He's got some room, and there he comes squirting out at the 10. He's hard to bring down to about the 6-7 yard line. Les Lemons.
Right now, we're putting a lot of things that's on our guys. They're not doing anything fancy. They just snap the ball and running right at them. But they're breaking tackles out. Lemons broke, about 2 or 3 tackles then. Number 27 for Vicksburg broke 3 or 4 tackles on his run. They're just running with all heart right now in the first half. They know they got to score before this half is over with. It's 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the half, and we're only up by 3 points. We don't want to be going in the half.
I'm going to try plugging
only
in the
up by 3 points against South.
That won't hurt nothing, right?
Ponatatoc. Lemons rolled out left.
Now.
He has pressure. He releases interception.
Interception in the end zone by Ponatatoc. Number 9 has it. That's Thompson.
Ryan Thompson. He's still running.
10, 15,
He's
20,
still running.
25. He makes a cut.
Oh, he fumbles the ball. And Vicksburg recovers.
Gators get the football. Gators are on the football. After they throw an interception, they get back on the football. 5:01 to go. 10-7. Your score in the first half. A lot of drama there, wasn't it?
That's a bullet to dodge right there, because I mean, man, Thompson, he saw open gate for the end zone. He tried to take off with it, but he left the ball.
Okay.
I doubt we do too much more passing right now.
I think it's the mic itself. All right, hang on. All right, let's go. I'm going to have to share that mic. I have to share a mic there. Mine was cable's bad on mine, apparently, than what I had, apparently. Anyhow, it's 10-7, 5:01 to go here in the first half. Gators doing it. Get back on this football, right? What's the final call on all this drama?
I'm really not. I think they bagged. It was something against Ponatatoc. I'm not sure.
Interception turned fumble again.
I don't know how the ball is back out here, though.
I don't either. This has been a night of strange.
Oh, we're going back on defense. Ponatatoc has the ball back.
You've got to be kidding me. After we recovered that fumble, what could we have possibly done when we laid on a football to cause us to be on defense?
I don't know.
It wasn't like he returned it. He just fell on the football.
I don't know what that call is. They might try to say he ran out of bounds over on the side over there. I don't know.
Crazy stuff tonight. Camden, Dallas. Gators still lead by 3. 5:01 to go. The referees have stolen the show tonight, and we hope that doesn't happen the rest of the game. This is a playoff game. Up the middle, 3-yard gain. And I say that not to talk bad about them, but Ponatatoc guys right next to us can say they've had their share of them too. It's just been the night when we've mentioned more about them. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. You should let the guys play playoff.
Too many unnecessary calls, and then when We get a good catch, they negate it.
Yeah.
We get on a fumble off an interception. No, you can't do that.
And it's hard for any team to get either team to get any kind of momentum going when you have flags every
This
play.
is a game that would be a pure shootout right now. Ponatoc's going to throw a completion, but guess what? I heard the whistle before he even went down. Did they call another penalty, or they're going to give him first down, I believe, on the catch?
Yeah, it was a
31.
it was a little screen pass to the tight end, number 32, Evans, I think. Now, what we're looking to do now is keep them from getting any points on the board before the half is. We have 4 minutes left. Let's at least just stop them right here. Might get the ball back and have some time to try to do something with it.
Should have it already off that fumble. Camden Dallas, back to pass. They're going to call holding on number 3, Raphael Harris. Well, here's my question. Was it a catchable ball?
I doubt the ball was catchable. Well, he had a handful of jerseys.
He did have a handful of jerseys.
Number 9, Ryan Thompson.
Number 3, Harris, and number 9, Thompson, both were holding each other, if you want to be honest about it.
Yeah.
And again, was the ball even catchable? No. But we've got to stop the play again with 3:57 to go. This is the long first half.
When you have flag-happy refs, it's going to happen anyway.
45-yard line. And I've even criticized when it's been against the other team.
Right.
Receiver on each side in the I formation, which they have become accustomed to now. Camden Dallas.
And he is met.
Hand off the play to
Darius Rogers.
Play
number 52, 5. Excuse me. Number 52. Jarvis Jones met the tailback, Randall Creighton in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. Took it back 4 yards, excuse me.
Make this 2nd and 14 for the Gators. We're going to for the Ponatatoc Warriors, put them on the 41. Camden Dallas back, I formation, 2 receivers, 2 running backs. And it'll be a fake. He's back to pass. Looking deep. Yeah. Gators are all over him. And it's going to be a sack by a bunch of guys. Who gets the credit there? Because everybody's on it.
I'm going to tell you, Dalen, what caused that
25,
sack.
Robert Prentice with the sack.
Number 26, William Henderson, ran with the running back, number 5, Creighton. He faked the ball to the fullback, faked to the Creighton, and Creighton was supposed to go off to the left for a little screen pass. But 26 for Vicksburg was not fooled William Henderson, and he ran with him, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
So our team leader in sacks, William Henderson, helps cause the sack.
Right.
That's a good big.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 23. Yeah.
They're going to say 23 yards. Ball on the 32-yard line. 3 receivers on the left side and a tight end, 1 receiver right side, 1 running back, shotgun formation for Dallas. Dallas looks to option. He keeps it himself. He's not a speedy guy. He's a big guy across the 42. He will not get the first down. 4th down at about 14.
Yeah, they're trying to get a few more yards there to punt, try to push us back a little more. But we're going to get the ball back with a little bit less than 2 minutes left in the game, or in the half, excuse me. We might have a little time to try to get down there and put some more points on the board. Dallas,
when you look at him, he's 6 foot tall, 175 pounds. Say he's grown maybe an inch since the program came out for them. He's a good-sized kid, you know, when you look at Lemons versus his 5'8". Punt is on the way. What I was meaning by that is Lemons a speedier guy. This is going to roll down, and it's going to roll to the 25, where it'll be touchdown. So Gators football, first down 10. They're on 25. 143 is all they've got to try to get some points on the board. And we can kick field goals, and we'd at least take 3 right now.
Oh, yeah. Anything right now will help out. Taking into consideration that we were about to punch it in probably about 4 or 5 minutes ago, and we gave the ball up down there. So we don't want to go in.
Then on that give up, fumbled the ball. They fumbled the ball and gave it back to us. Now it became negated.
If you keep a team like Ponatatoc in the game at 10-7, they're going to start thinking they can win this game, and then we'll be in trouble. But we got to try to get some points on the board. 10-7 is not going to win. I don't think 10 points are going to win it for us tonight.
And I think you're right, because the one reason I say it is Ponatoc's not won a lot of games, but in a lot of games they have played close games. We haven't played a lot of close games. Let's be honest. We've either, got blown out by Pearl, or we've blown out the rest of our opponents, except the Yazoo City overtime. That'd be the only close one we've really had. Lemons keeps it. No, he doesn't. He gives it off. No, he did keep it.
Yeah, it was a keeper. I think we're going to be reserved. We're going in with this 10-7 lead. Don't want to try to do too much, I guess. and get them the ball back before the half.
1:28 to go in that half. The first half here, it's been a long first half, dominated by penalties on both sides of the ball, but the Gators definitely have had way more. Second down at about 9, put the ball on the 26. Our own 26, so.
And the clock running.
Hey, you know,
109
why
left
not
in the
give
half.
it to Robert Prentice? He took it 75 yards already in this game for our only touchdown, actually, in the football game. Lemons rolls left side. Lemons throws, Norfolk catches, makes a move, 35-yard line out to about the 37, first down.
It's going to be good for a first.
Clock still runs, though. Doesn't the clock stop on a first down when you're inside under 2 minutes, or is that just college and pro?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that works for high school.
I would think it should stop. 35, 34,
clock, yeah.
33. They stop it at 34. Now they've got to reset the clock
that's
here. They've
probably
got
lost
to.
close to 12 or 13 seconds off the clock.
I'd say close to 20.
Yeah.
Because it was about 50 seconds. And I'm sure that's what the Gators coach is saying right now. What about the clock, man? I mean, it just ran nonstop forever there. I don't think they're going to put the time back up. It doesn't look that way. Lemons and the gang wait to see what the deal is here. Coach Stevens is definitely on the horn with the referees, and he wants to know, I'm sure what we want to know, why is there not more time on this clock in a game this huge? I mean, it's little things like that, you know, and all these unnecessary flags that become, you're taking the atmosphere away from what would be a huge shootout right now in a game that would be so action-packed. We'd all be, you know, we'd be in halftime right now.
Well,
we'd all be going crazy over how
being
great the game would be.
Only 10-7 is showing that the flags are affecting the game. Because I would expect the score to be a lot higher than this by now.
Both teams are explosive.
Right.
Clock's going to go back to 52 seconds. They do fix that. So 10-7 to go. Lemons and shotgun, a stack with 4 receivers on the right side. He's going to throw to that side, over the weak side, and Beecham looked like he might have slipped. So we're looking at maybe some wet grass out there, but we've seen some slips on both sides.
Well, that was a bad pass by Leslie that time. He underthrew him. He had him wide open, but Leslie was trying to throw the ball while he was running at the same time. Just didn't come out too accurate. Across the grain as well.
You gotta think this is a field that's been rained on and has had some probably divots put into it right now by cleats, because we haven't seen too terrible a lot of slipping. They're going to go back to that 2 receivers right side. Now behind those receivers is 2 more. They've got them stacked up, 4 receivers on the right side, but one's coming to motion now, Taylor. So there'll be 3 on one side. That's definitely offsides 32 on the defense, if I've ever seen it. And that would be Xavier Evans.
Yeah, that's a linebacker.
Unless they call a false start against us. Now that's definitely a flag.
Well, we got the Gators clapping. Yeah, that's going to be against Ponatatoc.
Still another flag. Second down. We make it about 5. Put it at the 43, but I mean it was definitely offsides. So 36 seconds now on the clock, and the referees have stopped play as the clock continues to run, and that may be the problem, is the clock. The clock is just not, they're not handling the clock right now, and in a game this crucial, you've got to manage the clock. I mean, just like you got to manage the game. And we're not trying to you know.
And it takes away from your offense getting any kind of rhythm going, because
neither one, because it stops every few seconds because something's going on. The clock's not right, or a penalty here or a penalty there. Either team, it doesn't matter. It's just taking away the whole flow of this football game. 4 receivers on the right side. It's playoff time. It's time to learn how to operate the clocks. Man in motion. Taylor. Lemons back to throw. Off Beecham's fingertips, and luckily it rolls out there where nobody's at, so it'll be incomplete.
They had him open there too.
3rd and 5 for the Gators, and you know they got to throw. 37 seconds left in the game. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean you technically want to go throw here unless you can do a trick play with Butler involved with his speed, or you see Prentice run a 75-yarder off just a pure handoff.
Well, we would like to put some more points on the board before the half, but we don't want to do anything that's going to give Ponatatoc any points before halftime.
I'll tell you what, the way this game's went, I wouldn't bank on getting those points either.
Oh, you never know.
I hope we do.
If I was Coach Knox, to tell you the truth, the way these referees been throwing flags, I would try to throw a deep bomb and hope for a pass interference. You never know.
You might as well. It's not a bad idea. Lemons has one left side, 4 stacked receivers on that right side again. I like that formation because it can be tricky. We got to make it work. Norfolk looks like he's going to be in motion, but he's not. He slows up and runs. He's almost a tight end. Completion to Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler, 45 down to the 41. Doesn't get out of bounds. Clock will not stop. We've got to hurry and spike.
We have any timeouts?
Les, I think, tried to call one, but I don't think we got one.
Yeah,
that's our last one. Yeah. That's it. Gators take their last time out of the first half.
We're still going to need probably about 25 more yards, bro. I would say about at least 20 more yards to be close to field.
And if you catch it downfield again like that, you got to get out of bounds this time.
You have to.
I don't blame him for not going out of bounds because he's Malcolm Butler and he's dangerous. He's capable of taking it to the house with one move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we see Prentice throwing his helmet on. He's going to come in. Dominique Taylor's coming out. We know that during this timeout. So the speed is out there, and Prentice and Butler and Lemons the quarterback. Don't forget him. So again, like you said, this Gators team can't put the points up. The 22 seconds, they only need a few seconds to score. We'll see. We're 40 yards out. We figure they're running some 4 or 5 40s or something, you know, and some of these guys, you only need about 4.5 seconds to go up 5. Give us about 6 seconds, we can score.
Have a realistic shot at the field goal. We're going to get down to probably the 20-yard line at least.
Again, they're all stacked on the right side, the receivers. 2 on the line, 2 behind the line, in motion, Robert Prentice. He's going to line up on the left side. The reason I exaggerated his name is because he's averaging 35 yards a catch. Intercepted, intended for Prentice. 40-yard line, 45, 50, 45, 40. Flag down. It's going to be a block in the back. It's going to bring it back. But it's going to bring it back at about the 48 with the flags thrown, 49 on the Gators side of the field. So that's where the penalty happened. I'll tell you what, that's a huge penalty against Ponatatoc because they would have been in field goal range.
Field goal range, yeah.
No doubt.
He almost scored.
9 seconds, yeah. And he almost scored on the interception as well. I'll tell you what, we talked about our speed and how speed kills. They've got it too.
Oh, yeah,
that's what's made this an exciting game. And again, in the second half, I hope the momentum is able to be built up for both teams because that's, again, what we didn't see in the first half. Neither team could establish momentum because it was taken away by mistakes on their own parts. On some occasions, a couple bad calls here. I'm going to say that because that Beecham caught that ball. The whole crowd knew it. Even the Ponatatoc guys knew it, you know. He caught that football. Now, whether he had control when he went out of bounds may have been the question on that call, and that you may can question. I can't see the replay, so
I think he called it out.
Judge, but I think he called it too. All right, I formation for. Surprised they didn't go with the spread. Maybe they're going to kneel it. They are. Yeah. I think Ponatoc's definitely satisfied for it to just be 10-7 at half. We're used to being up last 2 weeks 42 and 35-9 at half, but that's your score. 10-7, Vicksburg Gators lead at the half over the Ponatatoc Warriors. I'd move one of them guys up real quick and
the
drop.
way that kicker is lined up, like he's going to come with that pooch again.
Well, you see there, one of the Gators speedsters, 24, Norfolk, he moves up.
Yeah, it's going to be a pooch.
Thinking pooch, and he moves up. Norfolk does. Gaines lets it go as he should. Butler out of bounds.
It's going to be our ball. It was close. That still was a close
I don't like
ball,
any time they kick the football off like that. That's scary.
I'm thinking the kicker kicked it a little bit farther than he really wanted to kick it there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He really trying to just get it about 10 yards down the field, high in the air.
Gators take over first and 10 from
Well, not only do they have a dangerous offense, and their defense has held up, I'd say, quite well, Ponatatoc, although we haven't had a chance to get our momentum going, and they've done good at coverage on receiving. Not only that, their kicking game is scary because that pooch kicks.
Right. It's very dangerous.
Gaines should have just got completely out of the way, and he stood there just a little bit too long because Butler's used to handling that thing. Trips right side for the Gators. In motion is Gaines. He's a great tight end to just be a sophomore, too. And the call is going to be Norfolk right side. He was lined up where Hamlin normally is, and he takes it for about 5 yards at most. Going to be 5 yards, second down and 5. Put it at the 37.
Gain was good for 6, brings up a second and 4. Gators.
Wow, second and 4, Nick. Well, out of yard, that's fine. We've seen a lot of gains tonight, though. All right, we've got 3 receivers on the left side for the Gators. There's Kurt Cooksey. I believe that's who it was, just in motion there. Left side, the give, first down yardage, maybe to Norfolk it looked like.
Yeah, he got some hard-earned yards there for the first down. He picked up close to, what, 4, at least 5 yards there.
He needed 4 for the first down. He got 6. Put it at the 44-yard line, first down 10 Gators. Now they've had a chance at the half, though, to kind of say, all right, Hamlin's out, what do we do? You know, because it was kind of mad scramble there for a minute. And it looks like, well, I was going to say it looks like Norfolk's kind of decided he's going to sit there, but here we go again. You never know who's going to be in that running back position, and I like that aspect. You got 2 wide right, 2 left, I'm sorry, 1 right, and now the dangerous Malcolm Butler is your running back, who's similar to Prentice, can take it 75 yards, and here is the referees again. What are they doing now? There's no penalty being called. It's just we want to get in the game and.
Is that it?
Well, if there's no penalty called, we're just waving our hands around, stopping the game for absolutely no reason. What did they do any differently that you see?
I don't know what they did.
Nothing. Now they blew the whistle. All that did was kill time and kill our momentum. 11 clock running. 2 left, 1 right. Man in motion, Norfolk. Norfolk gets it on the give. Sometimes he fakes that, and Lemons keeps it, but Norfolk gets it.
It's going to be a short game.
Yeah.
About 2 yards.
They're going to be, wow, a little generous there, 4 yards. He did lunge forward, though.
Game was good for 3, picks up a second.
Yeah.
2nd and 7. Put the ball on the 47. Just shy of midfield as the Gators on their first drive, a very important one to start the second half because your score is 10-7. If you can go down there and get you a touchdown, easier said than done, it's 17-7. And I want to say right now, credit to Ponatatoc Warriors defense too. They have played tough.
They played a good game.
They give up 19 a game, they score 27 a game, and it could kind of live up to being that. We hope, when we get to 27. Lemons, left side, across the 50 to the 48, maybe 47. Nonetheless, he's going to be just shy of the first.
Number 22, Little John.
3rd and about, I'm going to call that
2-ish.
what it is, about 2.5.
Yeah, long term.
So, 3rd down for the Gators, put it at about the 48, 47-yard line of Ponatatoc.
Brings up a 3rd and 2 Gators.
3rd and 2, the announcer says it's a long 2.
Yeah.
3 receivers right side. Cooksey in motion. And that's where they go, Cooksey side. Norfolk gets him, tackle, gets the blocking ease, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Antonio Norfolk. The Gators are on the board.
Never flag on the field.
You gotta be kidding. Illegal touchdown against the Gators. No, I'm just kidding. Now that would be, we had 3 called back against Yazoo County. I'm gonna make that known now. We had 1 last week, not that it really mattered, we won 42 last week, 2 against Lanier, 2 against Yazoo City. I'm not making this up. If this is called back, this would be, that I know of, off the top of my head, and since I took over as announcer, 9 called back touchdowns.
No, that's going against
It's going against Ponatatoc though, so that's why I'm leery, because we've had 8 called back already this year. So it will be a touchdown, Norfolk. And nothing against Ponatatoc. The only reason why I act that way is because, again, we've had 8 called back. That's rare that you get that many called back. So a touchdown for Antonio Norfolk. Give him 47 on that carry. Big touchdown for the Gators. And as I said, this drive was going to be the most important because you go up 17-7 if you get the extra point. You know, you're at least up 16-7.
Yeah.
That gives you a 9 possible 10-point cushion in a game that's going to definitely be close. Unless the Gators run away with it.
It was important for us to come out and score on this initial drive.
Right.
Now
Because it also lets Ponatatoc know, hey, the pressure's on them. Yeah. And we know they can answer. 17-7. Is it? Yes, it is. Parker's kick.
No good.
No good.
Well, we're sitting from a bad
vantage point for an extra point, though, yeah. For kicks, we don't have a good vantage point. We do have a good vantage point for on the field action.
Yeah.
16-7. Back deep's the usual suspects, 5, 1, and 9 for Ponatatoc. That's Creighton, Thompson, and Banks. Kick is a big booming kick. It won't go out of the back of the end zone. It's going to be taken and bounced out of the hands of, I believe it's Thompson. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Yeah, that was Ryan Thompson, number 9. He made something out of nothing right there.
And you remember Banks earlier was the one that was breaking.
Yeah, he
so
fumbled it down with the 3-yard line and brought it back up to the 41.
So make it 38 yards after he fumbled. Banks and Thompson are dangerous. Number 1 and number 9. So here comes the quarterback. We saw a great performance in the first half. What little we got to see him because of all the penalties and momentum stops, you know, on both sides of the ball. And Camden Dallas.
In a power I formation.
Full house, 3 running backs. Yeah, power I. Creighton, the guy we saw make some big plays in the first half, he stopped there for about 3. On the stop, 52, 50, and 5. Williams
that was number 6, Justin Turner, wide receiver there on the carry.
Oh, it was, sure was. 5 and 6 of those jerseys. It's kind of hard to tell. On the stop, let's give credit to Anthony Addison.
See, here they have the running back, Creighton as a wide receiver.
Right. They're going with that 3 running backs. That's what threw me off. They're going with 3 running backs.
Yeah, but they got Creighton, the running back is at wide receiver.
Ah. It's a pass, a short one, and completed by Camden Dallas. 3rd down and about, I'd say, be generous and say 4. It's 46. They need to get to midfield. 4. It's 4 yards. A long 4. Under center again is Dallas. We saw him
out with this power I formation.
They didn't do that in the first half at all.
No, they had a tight end who was also the linebacker, number 32.
Just got Morris Elias to jump on defense, it looks like, though. They set that play up to try to get us to jump, and we did exactly that. And that again goes into this offense. I talked about Ponatatoc. They run a very intricate offense with a lot of formations. You just don't see that a lot in high school football. And they have the ability to do just what they did, draw you off sides at any given time. They needed 5 yards for the first down. And so instead of saying, okay, let's see if we can get it running it, they said, first, let's see if we can trick them before we do that.
Right.
Good move on their part. They got the ball on the 49. We may see that action we were talking about earlier if the refs don't stop the play. Looks like it could be a fumble. It looked the ball may have been batted down, but it's not because his arm. Did it go forward? I thought it might have and been incomplete.
Well, the quarterback Dallas was looking to hit the running back Randall Creighton, who was lined up as a receiver.
He did hit him for a loss. That's what happened.
Well, he was trying to hit Creighton on a slant.
Oh, okay.
Well, he took evidently the sack there.
Oh, okay. He sacked number 18, right? Or somebody fell on it, one or the other for fumble. It was hard to tell with so much going on the play inside the. There's such a tight formation with those 3 running backs. It's hard to see what's going on sometimes. And it's kind of strange.
That we brought enough pressure because that running back Creighton was open on that slant.
It's just strange seeing him in the power I. 2nd and 15. 7:08 to go. Because right now is not the time they want to eat the clock. But this is the second half we expected. A lot of action. 5 receivers spread offense, the exact opposite of the power I. Man in motion. Fake. Back to throw. Number 5's there. Look at that catch at the 30-yard line. Number 5, we've seen him run the ball well.
Randall Creighton.
Man, that is all hands, all receiver. That is a Crabtree type catch. And if you watch Texas Tech, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, Ponatatoc down 9 points. They're going to their money man. They put him in the backfield and land him up with a receiver. They're going to him. But he came up a little bit hobble here. Let's see if that's going to affect his play.
I'm glad that one's on TV. Kids at home, that's how you catch a football.
Oh, that was an excellent catch.
Man, because he shouldn't have even caught that at all.
It looked like
Most
it was overthrown him. It was overthrown.
It was overthrown, and he
laid out. He laid out and caught it.
It's what you're supposed to do. Give everything tonight. Back to pass. It's Dallas. Dallas is scrambling the right side. He's going to be trapped down and dropped for the sack. Celebrating that sack, number 26 for the Gators.
That's William Henderson, I think.
That's the team leader in sacks. Division I prospect. State looking at him. 2nd down and about 16. Ball at about the 38 yards to points for to get 6 for.
Let's keep an eye on this. I see Carlos Williams on the sideline, and the trainer's working with him right now.
Wow, 2nd and 16. That's why he's not in that center. Who's took his spot? It looks like number 9 has. Let's get his name, Patrick Neal. He's a good player. Pass deep. On the coverage, Raphael Harris. On the receiving was number 9.
Ryan Thompson was the intended receiver on the play.
They were neck and neck.
Dallas pass is intended for number 9, Thompson, the sitting on the play.
That's going to give Ponatatoc look like a 3rd and 19, I assume.
3rd and 19. That matchup, Thompson and Harris, has been a little scary.
Yeah.
Because Thompson, and the reason why I say Harris and Thompson are about the same speed if you watch, they're neck and neck.
Yeah.
But who has the height advantage? It's Thompson.
Thompson, yeah.
No doubt. So on a play that's close, you know, he might get the favor. I don't know. Harris can leap. We'll see. 4 wide receivers left. 1 right side. Shotgun formation for Cannon Dallas. Man in motion. He fakes the snap. He fakes the give. I'm sorry. Rolls out left side. I've had time to say all that. He's still running. He's going to keep it himself. Back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more at the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
It'll
he gets
be 4th
back
down.
to the original line of scrimmage there. He picks up maybe 10 yards on the play, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 10 right here. Let's see what they decide to do with this down 9 points late in the 3rd quarter.
Quarterback that throws as good as Dallas, he had to have not seen anybody there, and he did the best thing he could do was keep it himself, and he got 11 yards,
Yeah.
make it 4th and 9. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line exactly.
Well, right now, we're starting to get just enough pressure on him to make him second-guess himself and try to take off running with it instead of
Down 16-7, you go for it. No doubt
I
for
would think so.
Ponatatoc. It's playoffs first round.
Because you're already on the other side. You're on your opponent's side of the field.
I'm worried this team can get it easy. 4 receivers right side, 1 left side. The Gators D's got to step up right here. This is huge. Timeout on the field, not a penalty. Let's reiterate that. We're going to take 30 seconds with them. What an exciting second half we're having here at the Swamp. Your score, 16-7. This is News Talk 1490. Back in the Swamp, what a game. 16-7, the Gators lead, but it's 4th down and 9. Ponatatoc, a dangerous offense. You never know. Well, they're going to be in the power eye. They're going to have 5 receivers. They're going to have 3 receivers on one side. Man, they are confusing. Is Creighton going to be a running back? Is Clayton going to be a receiver? He's going to be a receiver here for sure. He's made catches.
We need to keep our eye on number 5, Randall Creighton.
He's made what is probably the best catch I've seen all year when he dove out and caught that ball. You got to give credit when credit's due, even if it's your opponent. 4 receivers right side, 1 left side for the quarterback, Dallas. Dallas throws. The throw is batted away by number 52 for the Gators, making that huge play.
Turnover on down.
Yeah, number 52, Jarvis Jones, breaking the play up that was intended for number 15 of the Warriors, C.J. Dillon.
Pass was there. He just broke it up. Good coverage by number 52, a guy who is more like a down lineman than a defensive back.
And that's going to bring a turnover on downs, and for now we have the ball. 1st and 10, Vicksburg.
I'm thinking to the Gators now. 16-7, 4:37 to go. You try to establish some kind of running game here, eat the clock style, but you don't mind if you break it 70 yards, by no means.
No.
Because then it becomes 3 possessions. 3 receivers right side.
It's still early in the game. You don't want to try to go to sleep on offense. You still want to move the ball and get some first down.
Early in the
Hopefully put some more
second
points
half,
on the board. Yeah.
It does seem like it's early in the game because it's just now letting them play the game. Ball be carried up the middle for about 3 yards.
On the quarterback keeper.
Lemons did stretch it out for 4, actually. Wow. 2nd 7, 3 yards. This again, I was trying to get the spot. 33-yard line. I'm going to start waiting for him to tell me where it's at because I'm a little off. 33-yard line. Lemons gets back in the huddle. Shy of midfield. The Gators lead 16-7. We're in the Swamp. Ponatatoc Warriors come in 5-5. Gators 8-2. You wouldn't know it. Throw the records out the window. It's the playoffs. Ponatatoc came to play. The Gators right now have the game in their hands. See what they can do with it. Run and a good defensive stop for Ponatatoc. 3rd down.
It's going to bring them a 3rd and long right here.
As they run to the right side, it looked like Norfolk got the carry.
Handoff to the Gators, number 24, Antonio
Norfolk, exactly. You think he maybe got 1 now? I don't even, yep, he got 1. 3rd and 6. Big 3rd down because if you don't get it here, 3 and out, you give it right back to the dangerous Ponatatoc offense. This game's far from over with 3:20 to go in the 3rd quarter, I'll tell you that much. 3 receivers on the right side.
Plus
Gators
our
are
last
on the
punt
right
didn't
hash.
go off too well.
Lemons up the middle, gonna keep it, and I think he's going to fall just inches short.
Yeah.
He stretched for everything he had, but he's only 5'9", but I'll tell you what, all 5'9" of them stretched to about 6. He stretched himself to about 6 foot almost.
It's going to make him about a foot short.
Oh, man, what do? I don't think he can go for it. But you punt, bad punting. Not bad punting, bad snapping. Let me rephrase that. Some of the best punting I've seen in years is Patrick Parker, because this guy can punt the ball when nobody's even supposed to. We've seen him punt on the run many a time, and I think he got a punt here. You don't want to give them points. Yeah, I agree. Because if the snap goes off, you get this right here, a great punt. The punt rolls, and it takes a Gator roll to the 15, down to the 13. The returner, number 22, Little John, we don't talk about much he did wrong, but there he should have picked that one up.
Yeah, it's took away probably about 10 more yards off the field for his offense.
And 10 yards in this game is a world of difference. 16-7, your score, Vicksburg Gators, 2:24 to go. But now comes Camden Dallas for Ponatatoc. I meant to look, what grade is this kid Dallas in? He's just a junior. I had thought this entire game he's a senior without looking. He's got great leadership for a junior. 4 receivers, 1 running back beside him. He's just a great athlete to just be a junior at quarterback. Right. He's running offense like he's been there for 12 years. Pitch to Creighton. Creighton breaks loose. 40-45. Oh, if he hadn't went out of bounds, that was 6 points.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for William Henderson, that would have been a touchdown.
Exactly. Is that 5, Clayton?
That's Creighton, yeah.
Creighton, I mean, yeah.
He's playing an excellent game for Ponatatoc.
Make sure it wasn't 6. 5 and 6 jerseys.
I mean, that number 5, Creighton, that's one guy in this game, whether regardless of if Vicksburg wins, Ponatatoc wins, Creighton should not be ashamed of anything that happens tonight. He played a solid game.
We don't like number 5s because Pearl, number 5 got about 280 yards on us from Pearl. 4 receivers, 2 on each side for the shotgun formation. It's a keeper, design keeper for the quarterback.
Okay, we got him now.
Camden Dallas, and he's going to lose some yards. Flag, I thought, may have been thrown. No, that's somebody throwing something on the sidelines over there. Okay. 2 minutes, clock runs. No flags in the second half yet. Say, Sean, and we're getting just what we said there'd be when there's no flags. An exciting football game.
And the game's going by a lot faster.
Right. But it's all the game should have been from the start. And a lot of that, I think, now was mistakes on the players, because in the second half, they all of a sudden kind of shut down.
Well, no, they're
I think it's
looser.
mistakes on both refs and players. You know, refs make mistakes. They're not perfect, man.
They're looser in the second half. The players are not playing so much more emotion. You got a flag out here.
And Creighton's going to be dropped for a loss, but there's a flag.
There's Carlos Williams in the backfield on Creighton.
I think when you look back on those mistakes on both parts, and they both corrected those mistakes, well, almost holding here against Ponatatoc.
And plus, in the second half, you know, the first half was mostly,
turnovers too.
Well, I'm talking about the guys. They were fired up. It was mostly emotional in the first half.
Yeah.
That's why you had so many flags. Now they're calmed down. They're just playing football right now.
It's almost like first game of the season. You got butterflies, and you do things you wouldn't normally do. Carlos Williams, by the way, back in on defense. We do want to throw that in there now. You know, he's really almost been a bit invisible, but, you know, on plays when there's 4 or 5 guys, you know, getting in on the tackle like there was there, you know he was somewhere around.
Yeah.
Quarterback, Dallas, in a big-time shotgun with 5 receivers, 4 right side.
Oh, good
He
pass.
throws it over the middle. Fumble. Then you get back on it.
Yeah, every recovery.
First down and more. And
number 9, Ryan Thompson fumbled the ball.
To be spotted at about the...
Which was a big reception. It was recovered by number 7, Jordan Hall.
Put it on the 43. Did you notice on that play when they had 5 wide that Creighton faked a hitch pattern? He stopped and all of a sudden he turned like he was going to get the ball thrown to him, but instead they went over the middle. That was by design because he threw it at about the same time, and it threw a couple of Gators players off, and it threw me off as well because I thought he was supposed to get the ball.
Because they know
4 receivers left,
at this point
1
in
right.
the game, we're really keying in on number 5.
Creighton in motion. It's not going to be to him though. It's going to be to Thompson, who's just as dangerous down the sidelines. Thompson may be even more dangerous. Remember how fast he is on the
He was
turns.
forced out by number 52, Jarvis Jones, on the play. which also could have been a touchdown saving tackle right there.
Well, you know how you save touchdowns with tackles? Angles. You angle them out of
right
bounds.
now, what you're seeing now, Ponatatoc, if they're not giving the ball to Randall Creighton, they're not throwing it to him, they're faking it to him. The whole offense is going around him because we realize now that he's the most talented guy on that team.
No doubt.
And they're going to either win or lose this game.
What grade is he in? Is this?
He's a sophomore.
Oh my gosh.
So he's going to be something special for them.
Ponatatoc next year, I'm telling you what, whether they win or lose this game next year, I don't want Ponatatoc on my schedule. 3 receivers right, 1 left. And Dallas, the junior quarterback, fights his way for what's probably first down yardage.
Quarterback team.
We got 28 seconds left in the third quarter here. It's going to be an interesting fourth. Yeah.
Inches short on the first down, 21 seconds in the third quarter. It's probably about to wind down. I don't know. Dallas making it more playoff. We'll see. Referees stop at 17 seconds. They give him the first down. As I thought he got in the first place. I had called it a first down. Put the ball on the 33-yard line. Just going over this Ponatatoc roster, I'm not seeing a lot of SRs. Not a great deal of seniors on this team. One of them being Banks. But I mean, a lot of the guys' names we call are juniors. Our juniors and sophomores. Up the middle on the run. They get 2 yards, and that ends the third quarter. 16-7, the Vicksburg Gators lead. Can they hold that in the fourth? You're going to have to stay tuned to find out. We'll be back in 60 seconds on News Talk 1490. Back at the Swamp on News Talk 1490 WVBG, your home for Vicksburg Gators football. Gators in a big one here, 16-7 your score, they lead. You want to mention, drop by Lower Live Books. Speaking of big games, you can get y'all versus us. 15 of the most thrilling rivalries across the state. Lower Live Books on Washington Street, next to 61 South Coffee Shop. Behind center, it's this junior. About called him a senior like he plays.
Oh, good catch.
Dallas. Dallas has got Creighton over the middle. Touchdown from 20. Actually make that 34 yards out.
I was afraid of that, Dayton. They've been trying to get that play all the third quarter. They've been trying to get that slant pattern out to Creighton. That's what they've been handling out there at the receiver's position. And like I said earlier, they're going to live and die by this guy, it seems. They're not handing it out to him, they're going to throw it to him.
And I said a second ago, man, when this third quarter ended, don't go anywhere because this is an exciting game.
It's not over.
It's not over. Anything can happen in the fourth quarter. Can they hold the lead? Well, they're going to hold it right now, but if this extra point's good, it's only a 2-point lead. Extra point is up. This time it is good. He usually doesn't miss.
It was dangerously close to being blocked.
So a 2-point game now, 16-14, 11:52 to go in the football game. Are we in danger? This team's 5-5, and Shannon's 9-1. What is Shannon like? I don't even know if I want to find out.
But like I said earlier at the beginning of the program,
but
records have no bearing in the playoff.
They really don't. And that 9-1 Shannon team I'm talking about, they can lose tonight to Yazoo County. Yazoo County's upset quite a few on their run when they upset Ridgeville.
Watch out for this pooch kick again.
By the way, Yazoo County did beat Pearl this year. That was their only divisional loss.
Yeah.
Number 10, kicking it. There's that pooch. This time some trusty hands are there for the Gators.
Oh,
staying on his feet too. 35, 40, 45.
That's the danger behind the pooch kick.
It's Beecham, and Beecham's going to take it to the house.
That's the danger behind that pooch kick, because if you let them catch that ball and your kick team are not having enough time to get down there, it's nobody in front of them. Touchdown.
Make it a 64-yard touchdown return off that kick for Rodney Beecham.
Oh, it marks us out of bounds.
Oh, man.
35-yard line.
Beecham said, you know, what can I do? But, hey, I did what I did. Beecham's a man on that play.
I saw a little bit earlier the kickers, like he's kicking that pooch kick a little bit too far. You want to kick it probably 15 yards. He kicked it deep enough for an up back to pick it up, you know.
I think the Gators have also decided if they're going to pooch kick, we're going to put hands over there.
Yeah.
And Beecham's our best receiver as far as hands go. And he did the thing. He got on it and he took it to the house.
They don't want to kick the ball off to Butler or Prentice But they realize we have a few more weapons out there that can.
But you see how quickly 2 touchdowns can happen in this game. Although that one was called back, this is going to be a big play game like we expected here in the 4th quarter. Cooksey in motion. He's going to line up on right side. Norfolk goes right side, which is a strong side with trips. And he's going to get down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, probably a 5-yard gain here.
Flag comes in late. Comes in late, which is going to be probably a personal foul of some kind. And the Gators were over there where they're lined up. You don't like that. You know what I mean? When you've got a couple of your players inside where their huddle would normally be. And, you know, it's a crowd of their players, and you got just a couple of yours. You know, there's some talking going on or some kind of extracurricular. Both got personal fouls. They'll be negated, and it end up being like nothing happened. So at least when you get one, it's on the other. That it works out that way.
Yeah.
Make it 2nd down and about 5. So apparently there's just some jarring on both sides. 30-yard lines where it's spotted. So 30 more yards for the Gators, and they can extend their 2-point lead. That's not a very big lead in this one. 11-11 to go in the game. 3 receivers right side. No receivers on the left side, just a tight end and Cooksey. Running back to the left side, though, and that's where they're going to go weak side with Lemons. Lemons takes off. He's got wings down to the 10-yard line at least, if not inside the 10.
Man, when Lemons finds a crease, don't he hit it right? He hit it. He hits it hard, man.
When he gets inside there, he almost becomes invisible because he's so small, and that size becomes a great advantage.
Oh, yeah. When you're that quick, it's hard to tackle someone that's probably 5'9" and fast and quick. It's hard to tackle.
Ball's going to be about at the 13-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Gators. They can get a 1st down at the 2. 10:44.
Touchdown right here would be real big.
It would be huge because it'd be a back to 2 possessions if you could get your extra point. Cooksey in motion. He's going to stop. Norfolk's going to get it. He's the running back. He's going to get it right side. He's got room. Norfolk tries to dive for the end zone. He stopped at the 1.
Slipped up a foot short.
He gave it all he had, but it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 1 for the Gators. Norfolk down that right side. He's playing the tailback position there, or really the fullback position where Hamlin normally plays. And we've seen that position be used by Butler or Charles Brown, him, Prentice, a numerous amount of guys, and it becomes who's going to be there, and now it's Norfolk again.
Well, Vicksburg pretty much platoon in the running back system.
Right, and they have to with the injured Hamlin, who is still not back in the game. We hate that. Cooksey lines up on the right side. Lemons gives it. Norfolk, he's going to lose maybe a yard.
That was a nice lick by number 22, Blake Littlejohn for Ponatatoc.
The same guy who's a great receiver and fullback.
So both of these teams have pretty good talent now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can't underestimate the talent of 195. I can call them just like that. Banks, and then you got Thompson, and then 5 Creighton. We saw blow us away a while ago. So 2nd down and goal. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough 3 yards. Lemons sets up. 1 running back.
Oh, we missed.
2 receivers, 1 right side. Up the middle. It's going to be a touchdown. Up the middle, Carlos Williams gets the carry. Our leading tackler likes to line up in the goal line situation and score.
Big bruising back.
Score will now be 22-14 pending an extra point. It's an 8-point game right now. So an extra point here is huge because you want that 9-point lead. 8 points means they can score and go for 2 and tie. The biggest kick of the year for Patrick Parker on extra point so far. He's normally automatic. We'll see. He's missed 1 tonight. And it's through, and it is. I'm waiting on their hands. It's good. I figured it was. Make the score 23-14 Gators. They extend the lead by 9 with 9:20 to go. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Don't go anywhere. It's Gators Football News Talk 1490. Set to kick is the senior Patrick Parker. Back to return the usual 1,
Vicksburg
5,
comes out with a pooch kick of their own. Let's see who has it. try to come out there and dealing with a pooch kick of our own then, man.
So we try the pooch there.
Didn't work too well.
Ponatatoc will have it on the 34-yard line. I was making sure I could hear.
Warriors take over first and 10 from the
Have problems. All right, we got 3 receivers on the right side, 1 left side. My mic's working good, just making sure. Number 9 in motion, Thompson. Up to throw, Dallas. He's going to keep it himself, and he's met by Anthony Addison, who says, hello, I'm here. Is that a lick or what?
Oh, that's a nice lick there.
Number 18 can take it, Dallas, so.
Yeah, he can take a lick.
Junior, as they said, we found out a while ago, we looked at and that was shocked that guy's a junior.
Oh, this is a young Ponatatoc team.
It is. Look for them next year to be around, but 9 points right now if the Gators can hold. They will advance to play the winner of Cleveland and New Hope. Cleveland 8-2 favorite in that game, but you never know in the playoffs, as we have now found out. Back deep. The pass is Dallas. He's got a man after he loses the sack, and it's going to be a first down at about the 49. He should have been sacked, but he got out of there, and he threw the ball to number 9, Thompson, first down.
Oh, yeah, the quarterback, Shannon, showed a lot of poise to get out of that pressure. He was almost in the grass of the defensive back, Henderson, that came on the blitz, but he got away from him and completed the pass for a first down.
And Henderson usually don't miss on a sack, but credit again, Camden Dallas there. First down and 10. 2 receivers on each side for Dallas. He's in shotgun formation with one running back. The Gators will try to protect the pass, but it's going to be a run up the middle left side, and they're going to get about 6 yards. Something, underestimated here has been the ability to run by Dallas. When, he's not a fast guy with the big size he's got. He's kind of like a Flacco or a Roethlisberger. He can run you over.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of shifty, He
Right.
He might not break it for 50 yards, but he can pick up 7 yards, 8 yards.
Yeah.
You got to watch
Pitch
that
to Creighton, you better watch him.
Yeah.
They fumble him that a lot too, though.
Yeah.
47-yard line is where he's going to be knocked down. A lost 3rd down and 6.
Number 5, Creighton, making the tackle for the Gators was Trey Prentice.
I say that Ponatatoc is in 4-down territory here with 7 minutes left in the game.
No
down
question.
2 scores.
Robert,
a 3rd and 6 right here?
Robert, they call him Trey Prentice on the tackle. 3rd and 6. Mark the ball at the Gators 47. This is a huge 3rd down because if they convert here, man, they ain't far from scoring. 2 running backs beside the quarterback in shotgun. He has to get it off the ground, basically off the snap. He got it at about his ankles. He still completes it to Thompson.
Yeah, that Dallas is putting the ball on the money tonight.
What's amazing is that snap, he had to go down to his ankles and get it.
Yeah.
He jumps up with the rush coming, gets the play off, first down, and he does it in a snap.
Right. Yeah.
He's a quick release quarterback. There's not enough good things to say about a
nice
junior.
arm on the ball too. He gets it out there.
There's not enough good things to say about a junior playing that well in the playoffs. Like I said, you'd swear he's played in this offense for 10 years. He's got 2 running backs beside him, 2 receivers. He fakes the throw.
Go route.
Now's the big pass. Deep fade, touchdown. Ponatatoc. He stopped to the 1.
He's going to be short, a yard short at least.
Catch by Thompson. What a pass. He popped.
I saw it. It was a wheel route. I saw it, yeah. He had the corner beat all the way.
And
he
the punt is
hung
added
the ball
to
in there
right.
a little bit too long because he had to slow down the catch. It would have been a touchdown. Well, they're down the 1 yard line now.
What a game. This is not over yet, say Sean.
But
6:25 to go.
Before the game started, I said that Ponatatoc has to have a quarterback with a strong arm and a good running back, and evidently they got that.
Touchdown by the quarterback, Camden Dallas. And what did we also say? In the second half, if the penalties would cut down on the teams, not the referees.
Open the game up a lot.
The game would be a lot more exciting and a lot more action-packed, and that's what we've got here. 23-20, pending the extra point by Bounds, the kicker for Ponatatoc. What a game here in the Swamp. This is what you call a classic or a classico.
could be a classical catastrophe if
the Gators give it up. Is that what you're saying? You didn't want to say it, but I know. Bounds on the kick.
Oh, almost blocked.
Good kick, though. It is now 23-21. I believe that guy can kick from 40.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the reason I say that. It's a 2-point game right now. You better worry about the other team's kicker. 23-21 Vicksburg Gators. 6:13 to go in the game. Where does Bounds kick it? He's decided to go deep where no one's at. Yeah. History says no because he's pooched it every time, and he's going to pooch it again. Cooksey calls for it, but somebody else catches it. So that person has to stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Prentice. And you almost wish he hadn't then, but he did. It was the right move to make.
Right.
He didn't know Prentice was going to be right there behind and ready to run. So mark the ball for the Gators at about the 29-yard line. Oh, wait, 34-yard line. Their own 34. This is where they'll set up shop. Les Lemons at quarterback. They're down, up 2 with only 6:09 to go. So this is a very important possession. Most important of the game, and we'll say that probably.
For both teams, most important possession of the drive.
And we'll say that again before it's over, I'm sure. It's that kind of game, Cooksey in motion. He becomes Norfolk with all that motion. Norfolk, speaking of, bobbles the handoff. He's not normally accustomed to getting handoffs from that position because he's a
number 92, Kelsey Traylor. I called his name a few times tonight on the tackle for Ponatatoc.
2nd and 12 for the Gators. Ball pushed back to the 32. The most important possession in the game, and they already lose 2 on the first play. You can feel the atmosphere. You can look down and below us at the Gators fans. You can look across at the Ponatatoc fans. Everyone's on the edge of their seats. This is like an action thriller movie. You know what I mean? 3 receivers right side. Lemons is going to keep weak side. Drag his way for about 4 or 5 yards. The little guy making the big play. Look at that, how far he stretched that. 3rd down and about 6 now.
Looks like number 32 for Ponatatoc. Xavier Evans got a favor in his ankle, but he's going to stay in there.
Beecham's out there now. Getting in the play, Les Lemons. 3rd down and 6, 37-yard line.
It's going to be a big 3rd down here.
Huge 3rd down. You can hear the Ponatatoc fans over there getting up. They know it's huge. Listen at them over there. We got to hear the Gators fans. Where are they at? Les Lemons. He gets the first down and more as he spins his way to the 49. There they are. So they wait till after the play to cheer, right? Just shy of midfield. I think the Ponatatoc fans were anticipating, this is 3rd down, this is huge, and it was, but who would have known 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 6 like that? Quarterback keeper.
Well, that's Vicksburg.
That's Vicksburg,
put the ball in Lemons' hands.
Not many teams do that, but when you got a quarterback like Lemons, and you look at the move he made that got the first down, that spin. A 5'9" guy spinning. When you have your best athlete at quarterback, you can do that. He can spin, he can run you over, he can juke, he can jive, and he can whale the ball. There he is up the middle, and not this time. But he can take it. He'll get right back up. 3 or 4 guys, the big defensive linemen, they pick him up. And he's good to go. He's limping a little bit. Who's not limping in a game like this, though? 3:59 to go, 23-21. Gators trying to hold the lead. They got it at midfield. I'd say the nose of football is on midfield.
Butler checking in for the Gators. Let's say we try to get something out to him quick in the flats.
Right. And when Butler checks in, that's always something to watch because he is the fastest guy, as we've said before, on this team. 2nd 9. Butler on the pitch. They were anticipating it. And as you hear the coaches from Ponatatoc to our left cheer, they knew their guys executed that play well, and they did.
It's going to bring them a 3rd and 13 or 12?
3rd and 13. Here we are again. It's a big 3rd down. We're saying it again. And Everything's big from here on out. 3:10 to go. It's the first round of the 4A playoffs. Who's going to survive, the Vicksburg Gators or the Ponatatoc Warriors? The Warriors have lived up to their name, win or lose. They are Warriors out there, man.
Right.
They have come to play.
Battle. It's been a battle tonight. Ponatatoc fans on their feet again across the way. We didn't hear them over here.
The Gators fans starting to rise a little bit as they know it's 3rd and 13. Butler has to scramble and run around. He's got nowhere to go, but he can get out of it if anybody can. 45, 50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20 to the 10. He's going to score. Gloves are everywhere, and it's going to. I think it's going to be face mask. I think Clay's going to count. The Gators, Malcolm Butler should have lost. He should have been down for about an 8-yard loss.
Well,
he is the fastest guy.
Well, look at the referees missed a holding penalty on the Gators over there on Ponatatoc side of the field when he initially ran that left sweep before he cut it back around.
Right.
Now I don't know what the flag is about over here.
How in the world did he get out of that, though?
Butler is just got to be the talent. He is a talent.
And I'll tell you how fast he is. Remember that when Creighton got caught at the 2-yard line? He would have scored on 90% of the teams he plays against. And Butler caught him on that play. It is a touchdown, Gators. 29-21. What a play by Malcolm Butler when he should have lost about 7 or 8 yards. Instead, he goes 50 yards from scrimmage, but you might as well call that about 60 yards.
Yeah, he just showed
scramble.
his track speed there. That was a Barry Sanders type run.
Butler he lived up to the fastest player on the field with that one. Kick up, it's good. Into the bandstands, maybe into the tubas. 2:28 to go. The score, 30-21. The Vicksburg Gators leading the Swamp. We're going to take a 30-second timeout on News Talk 1490. A lot of excitement out here. 2:28 to go. It's 30-21. And yet I'm still going to say this. The game is not over. By no means. It's been a shootout in the second half. We expected it to be. In the first half, it didn't live up to that with all the mistakes both teams made. The second half, they corrected their mistakes, and the game has been what I said it would be, a Texas Tech, Texas style game. A shootout. Picking it up at his goal line is number 1, Banks. Banks is going to return. He's got speed to the 10. Tries to make a move. He's going to be out shy of the 20, and you see a little jostling going on there with a couple players.
Looks
no
like
flags.
He's going to be down to the 15-yard line, baby.
Got to mark him at the 15. Banks has that elusive speed too, you got to watch. Along with Thompson and Creighton. Yeah. So that brings back Camden Dallas, the junior. Every time it seems we score, he leads his offense down and they score. That's the way it's been here as of late. It's been a
put
shootout.
A highlight on Creighton, wherever Creighton is. Keep an eye on him.
It was 10-7 at the half. The second half, you could call the score Gators 20-14.
And Ryan Thompson at receiver. Both
2 receivers, 2 running backs.
And they're looking for Thompson here.
Thompson catches and he's nailed by Malcolm Butler.
Incomplete. He bobbled it.
He doesn't even hold on.
Yeah,
Butler just laid him out. Look at Butler. He's shaking his head. You know Butler's happy because, you know why? He just took one about 50 yards. 60 if you count all the running he had to do backwards. That was play of the year right there, though, because we all didn't think we thought, you know, he's going down for sure. But then when he got out of it, his ability to go downfield and just hit that sideline like it was nothing just made that play special. Dallas in the shotgun formation. It ain't over yet. 5 wide. He finds Creighton, but Creighton can't catch it.
Overshot him.
Overshot him just a little bit.
Dallas passes intended for number 5.
The way Creighton jumps, he might could have got that one.
Yeah.
2:09 to go. Clock will stop on the incompletion. 30-21 your score. Ball still in the 15, 3rd and 10.
We have Ponatatoc behind the 8 ball here with just a little bit over 2 minutes left in the game. It's 3rd and long on their side of the field, so they got to come out passing the ball here. There's no doubt.
Right. Well, they got to live and die by what they're good at, passing the football. We remember, if you go back,
I would look for number 9.
Their first 12.
Number 9, Ryan Thompson, or number 5, Creighton. Who's going to get the ball?
5 receivers.
It's
going to be number 5, Creighton. To the 20. He makes a move across the 25. Going to be short of the first down by maybe a yard.
It's going to be close. That's first down.
First down. Make it across the 26, so that does give them the first down. 1:59 as clock stops on the first down. 2-possession game, 30-21, Gators lead. They have got all they can want more from this 5-5 Ponatatoc squad. 5 wide, 3 right side. Keeps it himself, he's got some field in front of him, and he's down at about the 33. Is Dallas, Cannon Dallas, the quarterback. Dallas might have been shaken up. He gets up.
It looks like Ponatoc's going to come up short in their bid to win this game tonight, but I give them my props, man. They played a hard game tonight, man.
And to find out their 2 most explosive players for juniors and sophomores kind of threw us.
It's good.
Timeout on the field. Big stop needed here for the Gators. But you know, it is a 2-possession game, as we had said, so that does.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to come back.
That's good for the Gators.
1 minute left. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You got to score twice.
Still, I don't want to roll this. We ain't rolling quarter turn yet, right? Right. Anything can happen in a football game of this magnitude, with emotions this high. But man, you have to think that right now you got the feeling that the Gators are going to advance to the second round here. You got that feeling if they can just hold on, and this is a senior-laden team. They would love right now nothing more than to hold on to this victory.
I was expecting Vicksburg to go deep in the playoffs for 4A beginning of the season anyway. You know.
Well, I tell you what, nothing else. I'll explain it after this play. This is going to be a good game for us. Good play right there. Loss on the hitch route.
Carlos Williams out there to tackle for a loss. The clock is not even ran.
Clock didn't run the whole play. Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
I'm watching the guy with the headset. He's listening to us here, and I'm thinking,
you can hear the crowd
he's on
arguing.
to something. Yeah.
They ran a full play with no clock running off.
Man, now how do you negate that? How do you figure that all out? I'll tell you what, if we're going to be back home next week.
The fans are heckling the clock operator.
Well, if we're going to be back home next week, we got to have a better clock operator. I don't know who he is, and I don't care. I'm just saying it like it is.
I have to say,
because that's not the first time.
Vicksburg is one school that does not get any help from the referees or the clock. When we're home, we still have no home.
Incompletion, 4th down. Here it is. The play that could end the game. 1:09 to go. It's 4th down. You know Ponatoc's going for it. They're going to throw it. They can throw it. The first 10 plays of the game, I believe, maybe even more, were throws.
Again,
so here it all goes.
You got to look for number 9, Ryan Thompson, number 5, Ryan McCrayton from Vicksburg. Those are the 2 guys they've been going to when they're in need.
Right.
And they have 9 out wide, so they have 9 on one side and 5 on the other side. Both of them slanting for the first down.
Here's the big play in the swamp. The throw. Complete. Thomps's got it, but Prentice makes the tackle, and he is going to save the day on that tackle. As long as there's no flags. Wait.
Yeah.
I thought that was 4th down.
Yeah, I thought it was 4th down as well.
It was 4th down. What in the world? Measure that? Why do you need to measure that? You need a yardstick to go 1 yard short. But I guess the significance of the play, it ends the game. You know, maybe that's why. That's the only explanation I can think of, because we had the worst vantage point.
Yeah,
we can still tell you it's a yard.
See, that one didn't get that.
You could ask anyone on either side, and of course right now they wouldn't tell you that it's a short, but it's going to be a full football short yard. Now, interesting thing is, where's the final spot of this ball? Did they move it up a little bit? No, they didn't. It's right where it should be, a yard short.
Gators
football. And the Gators will advance with 52 seconds left on the clock to the second round of the playoffs. The question now is, will it be Cleveland or New Hope? Either one, we're going to go battle-tested into that game.
Right.
I'm glad we got a challenge like we did from Cleveland, because next week we're going to be on the ball as a team. We're going to be more prepared, and we're going to be expecting a tough challenge. Just like we got this week.
Because we had one tonight. There was a game tonight.
And you have to go back a long time, Yazoo City, since we won in overtime, since we've been battle tested.
So we had a tight game like this,
right.
Exactly.
And I think first round of the playoffs is no better time to get than to get that, as long as you come out ahead.
Right.
I mean, we've been seeing 35-0, 42-0 at half. And tonight it's been all-out excitement. 30-21, the Gators will hold on. Our hats go off to the Ponatatoc Warriors who came here tonight to play football.
They play
that is a great
tonight.
football team full of juniors and sophomores. Go with a great quarterback they'll have back next year. Nothing to hang their heads back about as they make the ride home.
And it's hard to believe that this random Creighton fellow for Ponatatoc as a sophomore, man. He's pretty tough, man.
And then the quarterback's a junior operating the offense like a fifth-year senior.
Their receiver, Ryan Thompson, is a junior, too. So we'll see these guys again.
There goes the Gators fans. 22 seconds as clock runs. The Gators just wanting to kill the clock and win the game and end this night. A great night it is in Vicksburg history because they're going to advance to the second round of the playoffs. This is a team, as I said before, they've got the talent to go to state. They got a scare here in the first round, but every time so far this season they've got a scare, they've responded with vigor and with great, response. They've always responded well after games that they've been tested. So we'll see what happens next week